My name is Angel Mwangi, and I'm born again. Christ is Lord. I'm a missionary here in UMS. So my coming to UMS was rather dramatic. I remember God woke me around 1:32, and He woke me by bringing like a fire. I could feel a fire that was trying to consume me, but every time the fire would try to consume me, I would run away from it. So I ran away from my bedroom into my living room and finally into my son's room. I crawled in my son's bed because I didn't understand what was happening through that night. All I could hear was the heat of that fire. But when I crawled into my son's bed, God spoke to me and told me, get away from him. So I got away from him and I started to rebuke that fire because I did not understand what was happening. I thought it was a demon. So I actually texted my bishop and a few members from our church and told them to pray for me. I then called my mom and told her, Mom, I think I'm not feeling well. Nothing is right here. My heart was pounding so fast. And I remember the Lord told me, just put on some worship music and just stay in your couch and relax. I obeyed. I stayed in my couch and put on some worship songs. And that is when the Lord spoke to me. And He said these words, that you will enter my rest. And the whole drama was through the night. So by the time I was sleeping, it was around 3. I slept and I just allowed that fire to consume me. So in the morning I woke up and prepared myself. I was going to work. I had a small business. So I purposed I'll go to open my business. But at the end of the day, I would go to the hospital because I was still at the back of my mind. I was still thinking, probably I'm sick somewhere. So I went and opened my business and I thought I should continue with that mood of worship. So I opened my radio and started worshiping the Lord through the songs that were flowing from the radio. And at that time, again, God spoke to me and told me to change the radio where it was, the station where I was listening, and take it to Hope FM. I didn't want to change because that music was really soothing my heart. And the Lord spoke to me again, change the channel to Hope FM. Finally obeyed, I think, the last 20 minutes. And I took my radio now to Hope FM. And that is where I heard Von Martin speaking. And I heard him talk about the fire of God that is coming into Africa. Into the hearts and burning the idols and purifying the church. And I connected so much to what he was saying. I connected so much to that fire that I couldn't wait for him to give the address or the telephone number. So after the show, he gave the number and I called and I did the interview, and I thank God that is why I'm here. But still at the end of the day, I did go to hospital. And but before I went to the hospital, the Lord told me, you are not sick. This is not a sickness. But I still went to have my blood pressure checked and it was normal. Yeah, so that is how I ended up coming to UMS. I had Von on radio and I connected with him. Thank you.